These chikkar cholay have a gravy so thick and silky that it will coat the back of a spoon. Stick around for my quick, easy method.
Chana or chickpeas are so versatile that you can make literally anything with them. And they are so cheap and easy as well. You can get them pre-cooked now in tins or jars, which makes it even easier, so there's no pre-soaking involved. So today I'm going to show you how to make chikkar cholay. I've actually shared a recipe for chana in my book too, but it's slightly different to this one. We are going to use red onions today. It's entirely up to you which onions you use. It doesn't really matter when you're cooking them. But I'm in such a habit now that I tend to use red onions in my chana every time. I am using quite a few onions today because these are going to contribute to the sauce in the chana. Next, you're going to add butter into your pan along with a little bit of oil. You can use any combination you want. You can use butter on its own, you can use oil on its own, or if you want to, you can use ghee too. It's entirely up to you. It's not a big deal. You can also add in your chopped onions too. It doesn't matter how finely you dice them, but just try and get them reasonably small. We want these to break down while we cook them. If you leave them too chunky, it might mean that you need to blend them to make them combine fully. Give the onions a quick mix through, and once they're coated in all of that butter and oil, you can pop the lid on. We're going to let these really sweat down. Don't just leave them cooking on their own though, you do need to keep an eye on them, so make sure you keep coming back and give them a quick stir every now and then so that they brown evenly. When your onions are looking nice and golden brown, you can add in your ginger and garlic paste. Now I'm using my ginger and garlic paste that I make at home. If you've got some made, you can use that. If you don't, you can just use 1 thumb of ginger and a couple of cloves of garlic, that's fine. We're going to let this cook out. Just need to get rid of that raw smell. If I want these onions to break down really well, I'm going to add in some water. The water will just help them soften a little bit more and help them really break down into the sauce. Don't worry if you find that you've maybe chopped your onions a little bit too thick. You can actually blend this now if you want to. Just scoop it to one side in your pan or take it out and put it into a jug and just blitz it with a hand blender, and it will just give you that nice smooth texture. I'm not too worried now because mine are diced reasonably small, so they will just break down. It is good to note as well that if you let your onions go nice and golden, the deeper you let them go in colour, the richer the colour of your end curry will be. I really like that deep golden brown in my onions, so I let mine go really brown. If you're brave enough, you should do that too. When most of that water that we added has cooked away, and you can see that the onions are now softer, you can add in your blended tomato. I'm using fresh today. If you've seen my other recipes, you'll see that I actually do use passata quite often, but I like the lightness of fresh tomatoes in my chikkar cholay. Give those a nice mix in. Now that the temperature of your pan is a little bit cooler, you can add in your spices too. I keep the heat reasonably low because it will just stop the spices burning. If the heat is too high, or if you add your spices directly into hot onions, they can sometimes burn. By doing it this way, you just alleviate that risk. Really let these spices cook out for a good couple of minutes, just so that they can release all of their flavour into the masala. And then you can also see now that the onions are starting to really break down as well. When your spices have had their time to cook out, you can stir in yoghurt. Now I'm adding in about 3 tablespoons here. The yoghurt will just add that extra creaminess that we recognise in Chikkar Cholay. You really want to let the yoghurt cook down into that sauce. So leave it simmering away, or keep stirring if you want to, for a good couple of minutes. It will just give it time to mix into the sauce and cook down properly. I'm using a couple of jars of pre-cooked chana. So all you're going to do now is drain the liquid, but you're going to keep it. We're going to use that later. And now you can see that the masala has really reduced down. And if we leave it, you can see just at the edges that the oil is starting to split away, which is a good indication of it being ready. You can stir in your drained chickpeas. We're going to get these coated into that lovely masala and give them just about 2 or 3 minutes to catch some of that heat. You're going to turn the heat back up now. This is actually super quick to make. If you've got all of your ingredients prepared, you can have this ready in about 15 minutes. The thing that takes the longest is browning the onions. The rest of it is just minutes. When your chana are looking like they belong in the pan, like this, you can stir in the liquid that you drained from the chana earlier. You don't have to use the liquid from the chana, but I actually find it holds a lot of flavour and it just adds to the texture. If you don't want to use that liquid, you can just add boiling water, that's fine too. You want to keep the heat fairly high, and you do want to keep stirring this. This will just add to the texture of the final dish. And when you find that the liquid that you added is reduced by about half, you can stir in a little bit of boiling water. We just need to loosen this up a little bit now. I'm going to stir in about 100 to 150 mils. Now, to just get that typical texture that you expect from Chikkar Cholay, you're just going to turn your heat down, or turn it off even, and blend carefully one side of your chickpeas. And that's it. And now you can mix that in, and the result is a mixture of creamy sauce and delicious chickpeas. And this is what you're left with. Deliciously saucy. Only thing left now is the all-important coriander.
Creamy, dreamy Chikkar Cholay. These go perfect for breakfast with a hot puri and some halwa on the side, or even as an evening meal with a hot buttery roti. Whichever way you decide to have it, it's going to be perfect. Trust me. Save it, share it, and if you're not subscribed yet, now's the time. There's plenty more where that came from. Go on, what are you waiting for? Make me proud.